Hello, so XRP has been showing some strength lately and I am currently tracking one scenario, but with a few different variants of the wave 4, 3 variants to be precise. So here is the main count where I count this as a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, finished wave C here. And this is where I have the 3 different variants, if we are indeed finished or if we are looking for more downside. So if I zoom in on that part here, this is the main count where we have then a wave 1, WXY2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, and so on, looking for higher prices. The other scenario is counted this as an ABC, and you have your wave 4 here finished. And now you're looking for a 1 WXY2 and then 3, 4, 5 and so on, looking for lower prices. And the last scenario is yet another bearish one where I have an A, B, C, D, E for a wave 4 triangle, or that you have a W here, X and then a Y, a more sideways structure, but still you are looking for downside. So the probabilities for this scenario here, wave 1 WXY2, the wave 2 here is very long in time. It is over 6 fib time, which is not what you want to have. And also this is a leading expanding diagonal that you need to have in a wave A to make this fit, which is not ideal because that is a very uncommon structure. But then the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 5 and so on. Here I have the wave 4 invalidation now at 1.4681. If we hit this target on the log scale, it's extremely unlikely that it is a wave 4. And here I have the invalidation, because if you move down here without moving up before, this has a very low probability of being a 1-2, because you don't want to change structure in a 1-2-1-2. So I use that as my invalidation. Then it's a higher probability, it's a corrected structure, and that we are looking for a downside. Then you have this, so ABC in a wave 4, 1 WXY2 and then move down. Same issue here, you need to count this as a leading expanding diagonal, which is very uncommon for a wave 1. It is for a wave A, but it's even more uncommon for a wave 1 to have a leading expanding diagonal. So therefore this doesn't really have the highest probability, but XRP has been showing some unorthodox structures. So yeah, you gotta work with what you have, and in XRP's case it is more often that it shows very unorthodox structure, as I just mentioned, than Bitcoin, for example. But here you don't want to touch this. That's a low probability wave 2 here on the log scale at 1.6281. If we touch this, that's a low probability for a wave 2, meaning that this has a low probability of being an impulse. And also if we take out this invalidation, the high here, then this scenario is invalidated. And the last scenario here, the A, B, C, D, E, the triangle here. A triangle you only really want to take into consideration when wave D is in, but here you start with such a 3-wavy start that it is impossible to not take a triangle into consideration. And also wave C here, it is more common that a wave C is the most complicated wave of them all, and that fits the bill here. But nonetheless, it could be a W and then you have an X and then a Y, like a more sideways structure, because then you could count this like this, and then you have the WXY here, WXY into a wave X and then a wave Y, basically a complicated sideways structure. But this is like the last resort. I am looking into invalidating both of these scenarios before I resort to the triangle, or before the wave D of the triangle is in, because a triangle is only like in 10% of the cases for a wave 4 in XRP. So yeah, that is what I am currently looking into if we are indeed done then on the wave C over here and looking for higher price at. But main thing to into consideration, check this wave 4, and if it is hitting this, it is a high probability that we are also taking out this invalidation for the bulls. So yeah, I hope this was helpful to you.
If you found this analysis helpful, feel free to subscribe. And you can also find Elliott Wave resources at mellantrading.com. I'll see you in the next one.